Hello everyone, this is leroyrouge, and today I'm going to be reviewing World of Warcraft Shadowlands. So let me first start off by explaining where my perspective comes from. This is my third time trying to get into this game, and the last time I tried to play it was like something like 12 years ago, and the reason I gave it a shot is because there was triple XP, so I was like, oh, I might actually be able to level up to max level pretty quickly. But then it ended at like level 50, and at that point it was like trying to kill 65,340,285 boars. So I definitely gave up. I think I hit like level 59 or something like that, and I gave up. Um, I think it was like back in the Wrath of the Lich King days. Um, and it just got really grindy to me, like in the sense of just like how long it took to get places, and the world is so big and it's like hard to get them out, and it just felt like it took forever to get anywhere. So that's kind of was one of the things that turned me off from it. My favorite part, of course, was getting to play with my friends, which is what made it fun to begin with. So that's what kept me going long enough to even get that far. But that long travel time really like did me in for it the first time. Um, Plus, I think I found a play style this time that is more beneficial to what how I like to play games, anyways. When that's like a warrior, it's nice because I've really enjoyed it because I'm able to do like all my moves without having to like sit there and wait for him to cast. So I'm just like constantly moving, dodging, doing damage. So it's like I think I also found it a lot more fun play style for myself um, this time through. So what finally convinced me to give Shadowlands a try this time is that you basically get a mount right after the tutorial, and it takes almost no time to even hit level 20, which is when your ground mount speed boosts up. And I think you can get max flying at like level 40, and it really doesn't even take that long. I think it took me something like, I had a couple long sessions in there, maybe like 4 days or something like that, but I was about 4 days. I was able to hit like level 50 or something like that of playing. Getting the money also seemed a lot easier this time through. Um, so yeah. So I guess now that I talked about where my perspective comes from and things that I liked about Shadowlands, let me talk about what I disliked about Shadowlands. So there's a new area called Oribos, and I'm just wondering why the hell they didn't put a freaking auction house in Oribos. It's like the main area. We all need to sell stuff. Like, why do I have to teleport to Orgrimmar, or if you're Alliance, the wherever is it, Stormwind or something, to go sell stuff? Like, why can't I just sell stuff like in the main area? I know there's people who be like, oh well, if you're an engineer, you could sell stuff in Orbos. Well, you know what? I'm not an engineer, so I can't sell stuff in Orbos. So therefore, that is not helpful. So please don't bring unhelpful things to this conversation. Also, why the heck can I not get the same level gear from dungeons as people can get from raids and PvP? Like, it just seems like people who enjoy doing the dungeon crawls, like, are kind of getting screwed because the gear levels just aren't as high as you get from other game modes. So I feel like that's not really fair to players that enjoy that type of content more. And also, there's like, it's almost impossible to get drops from Mythic Plus dungeons. Like, it is just insane. Like, I think like 2 pieces of gear drop per Mythic Plus dungeon. So you do the math. Like, only 2 out of the 5 players are going to get something, and it might not even be something they can use because additionally the item levels from drops are even lower than what you get weekly from the vault, which brings me to the vault. Vault is a huge thing. I actually really do like the vault feature. Basically, based on what content you completed for a week, you get to choose your options for gear that generate in there once a week, and they're boosted item levels compared to like what you would get from drops. But that's only like 1 piece of gear a week. So it just seems like it would just make more sense if the drops from the dungeons were about the same as what the vault is, so that you're like able to level up your guy more quickly, or girl, like, or whatever. Sorry. So you can, you know, go ahead and try to do higher levels more quickly. Like, I mean, to me, like, that's kind of what the fun is like, I just want to get the gear I need to try to do stuff on the hardest level, like, and just see if I can beat it. Like, that's kind of what's fun to me. Like, I like like challenging, like, combat games, and that's kind of what's really been selling me on this expansion, you know, since I was actually able to reach the end game for once. um, it honestly would make more sense, like, literally leveling to max level should just be a tutorial on how to play your character. So like by the time you hit max level, you know how to play your character. Like that's all it should do. Um, like the game still does not do a good job of easing new players into it, because some of the mechanics of like how to do stuff in quests is weird. It's like, oh, click this on your quest to use this item, or click this thing to use it, or talk to this person. And I mean, how many of us are really honestly reading all of the quest information? Like, come on, we're trying to get leveled up here. Um, so yeah, I guess also it's like I don't know why I need add-ons to play the game. Like I feel like anything out of the box, I should be able to play the game successfully with what comes out of the box. So it would be good if like these add-ons could be built into the game somehow, or like maybe there was just some in-game thing that referenced how to get add-ons, instead of me having to end up meeting someone who could tell me about add-ons, like to help me improve my gameplay, to help me get higher levels, like dungeons done, or raids, or whatever it is you want to try to get done. I guess it's just kind of like, I feel like maybe Blizzard could do a better job about helping people figuring out that, or maybe just like provide an advanced tutorial for people or something, just so new players, like, I mean, it's so overwhelming because you're getting thrown into this giant space, like you're like, where the heck am I? It's so easy to get lost, and then you have all these new mechanics if you've never played an MMORPG before. Just makes it a little bit difficult. Also, it just kind of, it would be cool if, you know, players, if all classes could be viable at high level of gameplay. Like, I mean, maybe that's just not really practical considering on how it works, but it just seems like maybe they could do a better job at balancing classes, because I've been told like the class I ended up choosing, which was a Fury Warrior, maybe can't, like, once I reach a certain level, I just don't have the utility to try to push any further as someone else with a different class. And really, that's all I really enjoyed playing, so, I mean, what are you going to do? Also, the time investment, like, if you're, like, wanted to switch your class, like, to do something more viable, the time investment's going to take for you to grind all the way up to the same levels to get the gear item level you need is just insane. Like, it just seems like they could do a better job of setting it up so people could just play the end game stuff, which is the fun stuff to me, with their friends, instead of having to like do this whole entire long questing thing to get there if they didn't want to. Like, I don't know, maybe just like an end game mode or something. I don't know. So I guess in conclusion, I would give this game an 8 out of 10. As it is still really fun to play. It's just the time commitment you need to get the gear is kind of a turn off, especially if you have other stuff you need to get done. Like, it's going to be difficult for you to get what the gear you need to try to just see if you can do these higher level dungeons. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed my review. Sorry this one went kind of long, but I guess I just had a lot to talk about because I've been playing it for so long. So, and I try to keep it as quick and concise as possible. So, thank you for watching and listening. And if you know, you like what you hear, or you want to help support grow my channel, go ahead and drop a like or subscribe. You know, I would appreciate that. Trying to journey on getting this channel up to partnership. So, thanks again, and until next time, over and out.